All right, so let's get into Easy Equities. I've actually done a video on Easy Equities in the past. However, it is slightly outdated, but people still watch it and still find help from it. So if you want to watch it, you can. However, in today's video, I'm going to be giving you an updated version of Nobuhle and Easy Equities.
My name is Nobuhle Khumalo and I'm a personal finance creator. Some of the videos I've made include how to buy shares, top 10 affordable cars, how to file your taxes, side hustles, interviews, you name it, I've done it. Note, these videos do not constitute financial advice. My aim is to plant the idea, it's up to you to water it.
Hey team, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Nobuhle Khumalo and you are watching the investing series. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you a live demonstration of how to buy these shares. I will be using two apps that I currently use that are South African. So if you're not based in South Africa or don't have a South African bank account, you might not be able to use these. However, let's get on with the video. If you've just joined us, make sure you check out our playlist, which is the investing series. Over this series, I cover the basics of investing, where I explain the different types of investing and I show you different platforms and you get to choose the one that you like the best. There's still lots more to come, so if shares isn't your thing, maybe crypto will be, or maybe property. So make sure you hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss any uploads from this channel. Thank you guys, let's get into it. So because we've already discussed the basics of investing, I'm going to be flying through some of these topics because the main aim of this video is to actually go onto the market. So less yaba yaba, more ching ching. If you do want to follow the conversation on other social networks like your Twitter and Instagram, let's use the hashtag AskMissK. That way we can all actually see each other's questions and you'll also be able to see my responses. This will also give you a chance to see any threads that I do on any other socials, because I'm not only present on YouTube, I also do have Instagram as well as Twitter. Anyways, let me start talking and let me head into the video. And before I forget, these videos do not constitute financial advice. Please do seek a professional if you need one. This is a conversation from one friend to another, as I've said. And also, if you don't really want to see the whole video and you want to jump to certain parts, I do have timestamps in my description box. However, I would encourage you to watch the whole video. Cool, let's get into it. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you an updated version of Nobuhle and Easy Equities. I have been there since March 2020, so it's been 4 years, and I know a lot of people are still using it. Firstly, before you put your money in anything, we obviously need to check that it is registered with the FSCA. So when you look at Easy Equities, you need to go to their about. They have an FSP number, Financial Services Provider number, of 22588. And if we go into the FSCA website, we do see that this number does correlate with Easy Equities. And then if you do want to use my referral, I do have a link in the description box. I do not have a code or anything. It's just the link. You have to use the link below, and then it will take you to your Google or App Store just so that you can download it. However, it's not really important for you to use it. There's no real incentive for you to use it. However, it allows me to track who downloaded Easy Equities because of my videos. Platform fees. So if you're using Easy Equities, there is a 0.25 commission on all of your investments, and then there is a monthly fee. They call it Thrive, and this is 25 Rand per month. I know a lot of people were not too happy about this Thrive fee because it's actually a new thing. It was introduced a couple of months ago. However, there are ways to get around it. So if your account is for a child, someone under 18, they should not be charged the Thrive fee. And also, if you make a deposit into your Easy Equities account, which is more than whatever you withdrew. So if you've deposited 100 Rand, but you only withdrew 20 Rand, 80 Rand is what you actually ended up putting onto the platform, so you will not be charged the Thrive fee. However, if you put in 100 Rand and took out 150, you will, however, unfortunately be charged. There are also other ways of avoiding this Thrive fee. So if you refer other people using your own link, so once you've signed up onto the Easy Equities app, you will also find your own referral link. You will be able to refer your friends and family and thus be exempt from the fee. However, for something more sustainable, I think you're better off just investing every single month, even if you put in 25 Rand and investing it, that is still better than paying a 25 Rand fee. And also disclaimer, if you do not have any money in your funds to invest like cash, apparently Easy Equities is able to sell off a portion of your share just to get their Thrive fee. So I don't want them meddling with my shares and picking whatever share they want to take from. So I'd rather just make sure that I am putting in money when I can. However, I am usually exempt because of the ways that I have explained it. All right, but let me stop talking and let's actually go onto the app. So right, I'm gonna go into my Easy Equities app. I've got face recognition, so it's gonna, oh, it's already on. Sharp. So when you look at it at face value, I just want to actually discuss what we're looking at. I'm going to blur out some things because I don't think you guys need to know my portfolio value. I don't think it's important for the purposes of this video. However, at the top there is your portfolio value. Basically, if you were to take out every single amount of money you have on your Easy Equities, that is what you would get into your bank account, less any fees that they charge you. Okay, and then here we have profit/loss percent. Remember in video 2 I showed you guys how someone had a very big investment portfolio, however their little percentage was like 4%. The correct answer, or rather the better investor, was investor A. This is because investor A had a return or a profit of 16%. And as you guys can probably see, my percentage is looking a bit sad. It is only at 6.03%, but that's okay. I know where it's coming from and I know what's pulling me down the most. However, I'll show you guys when you look into our breakdown. And then on the other side, we have profit or loss in actual rands. Cool. And then the red part is your South African equity. So if you've invested in South African shares, that is your portfolio. So there's another current value there and there's a different profit or loss value. So as you can see, I'm on 3.55% positive, meaning I've only made 3.55% return in my South African investments. And then there's the TFSA tax-free savings account. I've got a red arrow showing down and I'm at a loss, negative 2.61%. So I'm not really too keen on my TFSA, and actually I'm still trying to understand the tax-free savings account. Okay, but I fully understand it now because of the investing series. But I did mention in my past video that I wasn't really playing with TFSA because there's a lot of rules. However, this year that's definitely something I am going to try and use a lot more. And then we have Easy Equities USD. That's my American portfolio. Green arrow there, I'm in profits of 9.32%, which is great. And then I've got Easy Properties ZAR, 0%. Literally, I haven't actually invested in Easy Properties, not gonna lie. And then if I scroll further, I've also got Easy Equities GBP. This is the Great British Pound, so it's the UK. I am also at a profit share of 3.28%. So as you can see, I'm at a profit for most of my portfolios. However, my overall is sitting at a positive 6%, and obviously TFSA is dropping me a bit, so whatever. Okay, cool. So now let me actually show you the other types of accounts that you can open, because this is just what I've used. However, if you scroll down and you go and press plus, you get a chance to see everything else that Easy Equities offers. So there's an Easy Equities retirement annuity. There's a preservation provident fund. There's a preservation pension fund. There's an Easy Equities Australian dollars. So if you want to invest in Australian companies. There's an Easy Equities Euro, so European based accounts. And then there's an EasyCrypto if you want to invest in cryptocurrency using the Easy Equities platform. And then lastly, there's also Easy Credit. Easy Credit is not an investment product. It is actually Easy Equities offering you guys credit. So basically, they give you a loan so that you can buy shares. Like if you need the share today but you don't have the money today, Easy Credit can be used for that. However, I am not really dabbling in that. I'm not really in the mood to be taking out a loan just to do an investment. Like, it just doesn't make accounting sense for me. However, if this is something that you will be doing, just make sure you understand the terms and conditions of it, because this is a loan. Alright, cool. So now let's go buy our share. Firstly, you need to deposit. So at the bottom, you will see a lot of icons. There's portfolio, invest, watch list, notify, and then my funds. We'll click on my funds, and then you'll click on deposit. It will already be highlighted on deposits. The other one is transfer. The other one is withdraw. So let's say I want to deposit money into my South African account. I'll click on ZAR, and then it will show me the different options. So if you want to send an EFT, basically you want to initiate this process by going onto your banking app and actually making like a whole payment to a beneficiary. These are the details you need to use. You can choose whichever bank account of Easy Equities you want to use, because for example, if you're FNB and you use the FNB account, your money will reflect sooner. If you're Investec and you want to pay into their Investec account, you can also do that. So there are all these options. However, I see when you go on Capitec, they actually do have an option where they tell you to do it within your Capitec app. But anyways, let's just, I'm going to use Standard Bank for the sake of it. Cool. And then you copy all of their details. That's their account number and that's the reference. The reference you're seeing on the screen right now is mine. It is Nobuhle Khumalo's. Please make sure that you open your own app and see your own reference code. The last thing I want is you guys to be sending money to my account because there's nothing I can do for you. So please, please, please be very careful. Only use the reference in your actual app, not what you're seeing on the screen. Okay? However, if you don't want to do the EFT and you need the money immediately, you can use a credit card option. You can use your debit card, student card, just any card. However, please note that there is a fee that you pay for using a credit card. Because it's instant, they will charge you. However, the EFT portion is completely free. So let's just do something. Let's say we want to invest 10 Rand. They're showing us that the charge will be 1 Rand 60 plus 22 cents. So in total, they're going to take 11 Rand 82 from your card. If you do 100 Rand, fixed charge, obviously fixed, it stays the same, 1 Rand 60, and then they'll take a percentage of 2.2, and then in total, my account will be debited with 103 Rand 80. Cool. So that's it. I'm not going to make a deposit right now because I actually do have funds in my wallet. Right, cool. If you're still watching, drop me a comment and say, show us more, Miss K, just so I know that you guys are still with me and that you're ready to see more. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I really hope you've enjoyed that video. If you have, please tip me with a like. And if you have any comments for me, whether it's things you liked about this video or things you didn't necessarily like, let me know in the comments. You can use the hashtags #investing_series and #AskMissK, just so I can track the conversation well and others can do so as well. All right, I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.